And finally, new rule, Apple needs to think different about our privacy. Apple, the company that made it possible for men to show their women their dicks from thousands of miles away, is releasing an update that will allow them to hack into your phone without your consent, to snoop through all your pictures just in case you're a pedophile. Or as Matt Gaetz put it, I'm switching to Samsung. Now, let me be clear. I'm against pedophilia. That's why I joined QAnon. But nosing through everybody's private photo stash is casting an awfully wide, intrusive net. It's like if the company that sold you a safe said, oh, and we're going to stop by sometimes when you're not home to make sure you're not keeping naked pictures of kids in it. Our phones should be like our wallets or purses, private. What about probable cause? What about the Fourth Amendment? This is the very definition of unreasonable search and seizure, which can and will be abused to find evidence of other illegal stuff on our phones. In my case, drugs. Now, again, I think child pornography is bad, and I don't care who knows it. But it's also not a trump card you can pull out that makes all our other rights disappear. Thank you. And I don't see a very strong fight brewing against this blatant constitutional breach. And I think it's because we're so dependent on smartphones now that we will let them do anything to us. Apple should admit that the problem with their phones isn't just what people might store on them. It's the phones themselves. Today's phones make people assholes, full stop. And I know whenever someone starts in on how evil smartphones are, there's always a pat answer coming back about how people have always freaked out about the latest technology corrupting young minds. Come on, they said it about radio and the telephone and TV. Yeah, it sounds like that argument might be right, but it's not. It's not. Not if you think about it for 2 seconds. I don't remember lugging a TV under my covers so I could watch Huckleberry Hound until the screen asked me, are you still watching? I looked forward to seeing I Dream of Jeannie once a week, but it didn't throw off my circadian rhythm. I liked McHale's Navy. I wasn't addicted to it. I didn't watch it when I drove. Radio to TV was a difference in degree. Smartphones are a difference in kind. Less like TV or radio, more like a pacemaker. You know, something you can't live without. No other device has ever commanded our constant attention the way the smartphone does. Of course, when I was a teenager, I had a princess phone. But I didn't stare at it 8 hours a day. There was no hardcore pornography on my family's 24-inch Zenith television set, sadly. And we didn't have to worry that maybe my sister was on the landline with a strange man who was posing as another teenager but was really 50. A former VP at Facebook said he felt tremendous guilt because the short-term, dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works. Yet TV didn't do that. Psychology Today says the average high school kid has the same level of anxiety as the average psychiatric patient in the early 1950s. And that's directly related to social media. Increasingly, studies are linking phones to not just anxiety, but depression, bullying, hate speech, fake news, sleep disturbance, relationship problems, and photographs of knees on the beach. TV didn't do all that either. And TV didn't turn people into assholes. Shady, needy, passive-aggressive, mean, and fake. fake outraged, fake brave, fake pretty, fake supportive. Phones make people fake their lives instead of living their lives. It's more important to get a picture of you looking like you're having a good time than actually having a good time. And the pathetic addiction to likes. Did I like my picture of lunch? Maybe it wasn't good enough. Does that mean I'm not good enough? Phones have ruined self-esteem, comedy clubs, concerts, childhood, attention span, sleep cycles, using toilet time to reflect. And falling off cliffs. Oh, and dating, which has been reduced from a quest for true love to looking at a menu. I think I'll have the Kelly tonight. Phones make people bullies, angrier, more vitriolic, more racist online than they would ever dream of being if they had to say those things to someone's face. The phone made us passive-aggressive to our friends and hyper-aggressive to total strangers. It has two settings: I'll kill you, or you're dead to me. Not that if you're dead to me was the message you wanted to send to someone, you'd even bother sending it, because even texting is too confrontational for most people now. We don't engage with our friends when we disagree. We just walk away. Don't like something, delete it. Don't want to talk to someone, don't reply. Just ghost them. Ghosting. It's the electronic equivalent of going out for a pack of smokes and never coming back. Cell phones have obliterated courtesy, the fundamental building block of developing any real relationship. We all see it, groups of friends out together in a car or eating in a restaurant, and they're all staring down at their phones. Imagine how rude that would be if instead of a phone, you brought a magazine to the table and read it during dinner with a friend. Many is the night I've wanted to say to someone, can you just put the phone down for a minute? After all, we haven't seen each other in weeks, and we're having sex.